What's going on, everybody, and welcome. My name is Chris, a.k.a. RoboPack92, and you are watching This is the Waypoint, the one and only Star Wars show right here on the Shared Screens Podcasting Network. We got a lot to cover. Unfortunately, I broke my glasses last week and couldn't see, and I was like, hey, I can't appear on camera. My head hurts. So we have to cover both episodes 3 and 4 of the Book of Boba Fett. We got a great panel with us as always. We got Josh, we got Jordan, we got Brett, and we got Alec in there as myself as the host. Before we get too far into it, of course, still happening right now, only for a few more weeks, like 2.
Don't miss
Can
it.
you go and get your limited time exclusive This is the Waypoint Book of Boba Fett style t-shirt? Link will be in the description. Don't miss out on that, because when it's gone, baby. It's not coming back neither.
Unless there's season 2.
Unless there's season 2.
Hey, listen, it looks great. My friend Ed bought one. Alec, I'll send you the pictures. We'll put it up right now. Boom, editing magic. Ed looks great. You could look as good as Ed.
Yeah.
You can look as sexy as our friend Ed, because damn, he looks good in that shirt. I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
that photo.
Yeah.
I went,
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine still hasn't arrived yet, so that was the first time I got to see the way it looks. I was like, okay, all right.
Pretty good.
I did a bulk order of the regular logo and then this show's logo, and the regular logo came like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, what's going on?
Heck?
Taking extra long, man.
This
weird.
premium.
Yeah, because it's so good.
Yeah.
So good that it takes a little extra to get to you, but that's okay. Now then, like I said at the top of the show, we are covering 2 episodes today. As far as, I mean, if you've been watching this show, you know we don't really have any sort of rhyme, reason, or structure here. We just like to talk about Star Wars and talk about the things that we liked in each episode. I think we're probably going to go through episode 3 pretty quickly. It's not that it was a bad episode. I don't think it was a bad episode, but I just think there's more to talk about in episode 4. So, kind of let's knock it away with episode 3. Of course, we got the Power Rangers bikers. We got more stuff going on with the Pikes. Oh no, the Tuskens are dead. All sorts of stuff going on there. Now, I feel like we got to start with the big thing that everyone talks about this episode, which is, of course, the mods.
Mhm.
I like them. I don't see the problem.
I do
Yeah.
too. This is the most Rodriguez episode ever in terms
Oh,
of
yeah.
just like the action, the mod bike gang, and the vibrant colors. And then to like put a bow tie on it, fucking Danny Trejo shows up as a Rancor keeper. Oh my god. First celebrity cameo I popped
I
off
loved
for
it.
in these
I
shows.
loved
Yes,
it.
it was fantastic.
Great touch.
It was one of those, like, when they walked up, I'm like, that guy looks like Danny Trejo. I'm like, it's one of those things, like, I kind of double take that. And then, like, later on when he's, like, actually, and then, yeah, exactly. And then they show him, like, actually, like, right there with Boba. It's like, that is Danny Trejo. Like,
Yeah. I do hope we get a little bit more of him in the show. Pretty badass conversation of just the twins showing up and they're like, we have a peace offering, and then Boba gets to know the Rancor a little bit more and he's like, I want to ride it. And I was like, fuck yes.
I
hope
also
this
love
pays off.
how
by
many
the time
posts
it
there
joins.
were about like, oh, they're gonna go to war with the Hutts. There's gonna be all these things with the Hutts in episode 2, and then episode 3 they show up and they're like, all right, we're out.
deuces.
See ya.
I still am like keeping an eye on them though. Like,
Yeah, you can't
Could have
trust
been
the
like
Hutts.
some psychological warfare.
yeah, because when they left, I was like, wait, what?
You
But
can't trust the Hutts.
yeah,
Watch
I
him
want to
from
bring
afar.
something up that Danny Trejo said. And if I'm wrong in any of this, correct me. George Lucas has never actually confirmed that like Luke Skywalker and Leia and all that they're actually humans, right? Like technically they could be aliens, the way like Superman's Kryptonian, but looks human.
The word human is not in any of the Star Wars movies.
But then Danny Trejo said the word human.
Oh, did he really?
He said something about humans bonding with the Rancor or something like that. He said the word humans, and I was like, this is interesting. Because now this is implying that Earth exists and all that shit.
I mean, yeah, like in Star Wars,
Humanoids, like, yeah.
in Star Wars Legends since 1983, there's been books and stuff that have made reference to humans. So
Yeah,
I mean,
even if
it
you
just-
play like the RPGs and stuff, like there's a whole thing where it lists them as human. Typically within Star Wars canon, I think Coruscant is kind of Star Wars Earth, where that's theorized to be where humans originated from.
Gotcha.
But again, that's all
It was just an interesting choice of words that was like, does this mean like does this have really big
I had
implications for
picked
Star
up on
Wars
the
lore?
fact that might be the first time, like in like proper Star Wars canon, that we've seen
Well,
somebody
that's what I'm saying
just
is like
like explicitly use the word human.
you
Right.
normally wouldn't think twice about it.
Mhm.
Where it's like, yeah, human, well, obviously human, but like maybe it's because I'm playing through Mass Effect right now and they keep mentioning humans in like a weird way that I'm like, hold the fucking phone.
Mhm.
No, that makes
Mhm.
sense. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
Mhm.
I'm gonna write that down. I didn't notice that. Look,
It's I don't remember the exact wording, but it's when he's in the Rancor pit and explaining how if you when you
first
take the
person that
blindfold
that
off,
they
yeah,
talk about.
yeah, it's gonna think you're its mother or whatever animals
I
do.
also I also love that
Andros.
expansion on Rancors just kind of in general, because we always see them portrayed as like big hulking beasts that are angry and will kill you, and he's just like, nah. They're actually
Mhm.
usually really sweet, and I was like, I love that. They're like
Yeah, they're super
Yeah.
sweet.
big
Very
carnivorous puppy
wholesome.
dogs.
It's like those people that
Mhm.
keep tigers as pets. And they're like, nah, he's a good boy.
No, I promise.
He's
There's
super
there's
chill, I promise.
there's Star Wars pit bulls.
Danny
Rancors are.
Trejo is
Absolutely.
just Star Wars Joe Exotic.
Mhm.
I love it. I don't know if you guys saw. It got spoiled for me that he was going to end
Noor,
up.
I'm on a video chat. No, I'm doing something.
Stay out of my room, mom. I'm busy.
We're
Yeah,
talking
basically.
Build
Boba
a
Fett.
room, Mom.
We're
I'm
talking
talking about
Boba
Star Wars
Fett,
with
Yeah.
man.
my friends.
I'm playing Fortnite. Gosh.
God,
Mhm.
leave me alone. Uh, I had Danny Trejo like spoiled for me, because I didn't get to see it until I waited until Thursday because I couldn't fucking see anything, like, because I broke my glasses on Wednesday and I was just like, no, the eye strain is killing me. Um, and I saw like this post, I think on Instagram of somebody like doing like the how it started, how it's going, and it was a
Mhm.
photo of Danny Trejo like in a shitty like Halloween store Clone Wars like clone outfit
Yep.
standing next to his TV, and then a photo of him in Book of Boba Fett, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
See, what I saw that spoiled it for me was they released his character poster. So like you get to
Yeah,
see him
Yep.
in his outfit up close, and it looks badass.
they're ruthless about those character posters too. If you don't watch it on Wednesday, they will show you everyone who's in the current episode.
Yep.
Absolutely.
They're ruthless about that. I do want to talk about the mods a bit before we move on to episode 4 as well. Because I wanted to address that like the biggest criticism that I heard outside of people that didn't. It's like I do think the special effects were a little rough. I expect that from Robert Rodriguez though, so it didn't.
Yes.
I also
Absolutely.
found that criticism to be a little overplayed. The chase was a little slow, but like I thought it was gonna be ugly as shit, and it actually wasn't too bad. After watching the
Not
internet
at all.
shit on it for 48 hours. Um,
Mhm.
I liked it.
I also it was fine. It was a fun little thing. They were going through the
Yeah.
streets. It's like they weren't trying to kill the dude. Whatever.
Mhm.
Felt very
I
predictable.
oh yeah. I mean, we knew it, and I love how it was very
Oh, they
clearly
ran over the
Boba.
crates. Oh, they ran into the fruit. Like I was
It
like,
It's
was
okay,
very cheesy
he's
and
not
Robert
getting
Yeah,
away.
but
Rodriguez.
it's predictable
Yeah,
the right word because I did not expect the dude to have a spike coming out of his shoe.
Did you really
that was
expect the
cool.
major domo to get away?
No,
I
absolutely not.
didn't.
But like again, I didn't expect the dude to just have a giant like shoe knife
There's
to
also
rip his car with.
a fun little amount of humor in there when they bring out that painting and then they drive through it. I was cracking up. Which shout out to that
Yeah.
painting as well, being concept art for Return of
Mhm.
the Jedi. Um, but as far as like the stuff the criticism regarding the mods themselves, the biggest thing that I heard was that they feel a little out of place on Tatooine, and I was like, well, you kind of had. It's like I feel like the people that are screaming about that sort of thing, they're like, oh, Tatooine should be dirty, and these bikes are all polished, and like they're all cybernetic and stuff. I was like, dude, they're scene kids. They're
Yeah,
Yeah.
purposefully counterculture. Like
not
that's
even
their whole thing.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys have car people where you're from, but like in my town, there is a Dunkin' Donuts that car people love to hang out by.
Oh
And those
yeah.
are cars
Oh
that
yeah.
stand out like a sore thumb in the road because they got lights and
Just
bright
look
colors and all
awful.
that. This is the Star Wars equivalent of that, except I think these people are a lot less racist. Not saying that about all car people, just the ones in my town.
I
On
I
on
think my town's similar.
on
Yeah.
top of that too, it's like the aesthetic is exactly 60s mod cultures of these dudes that would take these Vespas and load them up with lights and mirrors and those exact colors and everything
Mhm.
like that. Like it looks like something that George Lucas would have in American graffiti, right? It kind of feels
Right.
like a tribute to Lucas and stuff because he was super into this kind of thing. That's why you have a 50s
Mhm.
diner in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Right.
It's one of the most George Lucas ass things I've ever seen in Star Wars, man. And so it's like I can kind of see like the initial reaction, like the picture that Josh has in his background right now. If I saw that without the context around it, I'd be like, ew. But then you see the kids, you know what their deal is, like they're purposefully being like they're punk kids, and they're like, no, fuck you, like
Oh, yeah.
we're not gonna be
Oh,
part
yeah.
of your thing. We live to mod these things. We live to mod ourselves, which is a really cool like cyberpunky kind of thing that I really dig. I'm into them.
Mhm.
See, that's the thing. The lack of coordination between them and their outfits upsets me more than the bikes. The bikes are awesome.
The
Call me
bikes
a
are cool.
dork. I think the bikes are cool, but like we have
Absolutely.
generic scene looking girl. Like you could put her in a modern show and you'd be like, oh yeah, she shops at Hot Topic. We have
Mhm.
kind of cyberpunky looking wannabe bounty
He is
hunter dude with the eye.
right now too.
And then we have Doctor Who there in the background, and I forgot about the green one.
I
Yeah.
don't think we see
I
the green
mean,
one do anything.
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
this is the most Spy Kids ass shit in Star
Oh
Wars,
yeah.
and it's from the director of Spy Kids. Like, I don't know what people were expecting, but it's like when you give him Star Wars, like you're gonna get some
Gotta
fucking
do
Spy
something
Kids
silly.
shit
There was a
Yeah.
rumor
in
that they
there.
had to
Yeah,
cut out George Lopez's giant head.
I
and
think
like as a kid who grew up on it, I love it. I
Oh
personally, I
yeah.
really enjoyed Episode 3, and like I was like, this is great.
I think for me, it's the fact that the speeder bikes look so distinct from anything else on Tatooine or Star Wars, and the characters themselves look so distinct. So it's two like things that just kind of clash with the rest of that vibe. And in my opinion, the speeder bikes look too clean. Like Tatooine and Sandy,
That's
like
the point, though.
the sand should be like getting like they can't afford water, but they can.
Why do you think they were stealing the water?
Have you met car
Yeah.
people, dude? Like
Right.
I've known car people that spend all of their time and money on their car doing nothing else. I'm like, dude, you got to buy groceries. He's like, nah, it's fine.
Also, it's the
Yeah.
future. Maybe they have like permanent Rain-X, you know, so like nothing
Sandex.
gets on it. Yeah, Sandex.
Sandex.
Mhm.
No, it's fine. I did like the whole scene when they first interact with him, and they're like, he's like, why aren't you working?
Want a
He's like, there's
job?
no work. He's like, all right, you work for me now.
Yeah.
Mhm. Absolutely.
And I like how quickly he kind of folds them into like running jobs for them. Like there was that whole chase scene, and they spent like the 5 minutes like chasing after, and then Boba Fett just jetpacks in. He's like, nice, good job. Like it
Yep.
was clearly just flexing these kids, make sure that they could do what he needed them to.
Yeah.
These kids also fucked up that Wookiee too, like Black
Black
Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum?
I can't remember his name, but like yeah, they rolled up on him hard and like kind of
Who came
give him
a
for
Boba
his
while
money.
he was sleeping? What a bitch move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just yeeted
I
him out
mean,
of the
the Hutts
water.
warned him though. Like they said,
True.
be careful when you sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
We didn't talk about this. Yeah, how like this happened in Return of the Jedi. What is going on with the security at Jabba's palace or the
Bad.
palace now? Like,
Well, I mean, he's just got the two
giant-
guards.
this giant Wookiee just
But were the
snuck in, and you know people are trying to kill you. Like, there should be
But-
somebody like right next to him at all
weren't
times.
the four of the fucking morally ambiguous Power Rangers supposed to be guarding the place? Like I figured that they'd be sleeping in shifts in between Fennec.
Yeah, I
and-
don't know how that Wookiee got in there, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's dark, bro.
Maybe
He
it
blended
was
in.
all part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was like, no, I'm Chewbacca. I'm the guy that will blow up the Death Star. And they're like, oh, we've never seen Chewbacca. Yeah, you're him.
Like, oh yeah, totally. Go on ahead.
Go on it.
Go on ahead. It's fine. But yeah, as a whole, episode 3 was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It is a fun little space. I think episode 4 is really where I don't want to say like
That meat and
the show kind of
potatoes.
gets moving, but this is where and it's been a slow build up to this, and I don't say like it's a bad thing. I love slow burns like this. But this is where we really start to get Boba's like new characterization and motivations and all these things. It's like we finally like kind of learn why he's doing what he's doing the way he's doing it, which is really really cool. We got the cool Mandalorian callback with the duel between Fennec and Din Djarin from season 1 of
And you get a
Mandalorian, and
hint
he
of like
goes
the theme,
rad.
like a bit of
the
the
end,
theme
yeah.
starts playing, and it's like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
so
yeah.
Does that mean what I think it means?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Din
Yeah.
Djarin showing up next episode for sure.
Hell yeah.
Especially because Fennec was on the ship when Skywalker showed up and he gave away Grogu. So yeah, Din showing up. I don't know how he's getting there. He doesn't have a ship anymore.
He'll have a
No,
new one.
true.
I
Rumors,
would
Time
argue.
comes
rumors
with
point
them.
towards it's funny enough. So r/Star Wars leaks has like a whole like rumor section, right? And it's so funny that we were just talking about this before we started recording. But rumors point, and I don't know how we get to this point, but rumors point towards Din Djarin flying an N1 Naboo starfighter.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. The
Are
yellow
those the ones I
one?
think
The
they
yellow
are?
and silver. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like the ones from the beginning of episode 3.
Yeah. No, I'll try spinning. That's a neat trick.
Yeah, episode 1.
Yeah, episode
Yeah.
1.
The
Ooh.
Naboo fighters.
Oh, fuck, that's cool.
I
Yeah.
honestly
Which is interesting.
with episode 4, like I felt like most of the flashback was a waste of time. I
It
felt
definitely
like
drags its feet a little bit.
I
I
felt
enjoyed
like
it.
we spent so much time on the whole Fennec Shan thing when we already know she was gonna ally with Boba. I did like the conversation about Boba fighting for himself and creating like fighting for loyalty, and
Yeah.
I did like Fennec's conversation about like accepting that and then buying in. But other than
Mhm.
that, I was like, it just felt so unneeded because like we already know she gets fixed. Like we don't need to like. It was
What
like
you
30
didn't
minutes.
you didn't like the Fast and Furious body mod scene?
I did.
Yeah.
I did
Fucking
like.
Thundercat? Are
Yeah,
you
I did like
goddamn
Yeah, I
kidding
know,
me?
right?
Thundercat, bro, I fucking
I
popped
popped
off.
off, man. It
I
was
was like,
so
oh my
sick.
god, that's his hair.
I was like,
Yeah.
what
Oh
the
my
You saw
god.
Thundercat?
What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's the
The
dude's
dude who
name.
was like,
Yeah.
why didn't you lead with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mod,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Okay, so
Thundercat.
yeah, does that imply that Boba knew about those 4 or like the group of all those modders and speedsters before they just randomly showed up stealing that one dude's water? Because are
He probably
those not part of the
he was
same
probably
crowd?
he was probably aware of their existence, but this is also a little time before the point where he runs into those kids. But also I think probably like he's out in the middle of nowhere. He just went into the first place he saw, and he's like, oh, this isn't a hospital, and he's like, all right, cyber her up.
Close
Yep.
enough.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I liked it because like during episode 2, we were kind of predicting that's where it would go because we're doing these like quintessential back like flashbacks to see how Boba's got to where he currently was, and we did the Sarlacc Pit one, then the raid with the Tusken Raiders. So when episode 3 played and it was him finding out the Tusken Raiders died and the music cue's hitting and he's picking up the stick from the kid, I was crying in the club. All right,
Sad,
I
dude.
was fucking it threw me off guard, and I wasn't expecting it because I was expecting the Fennec flashbacks. Then when that's what episode 4 was, I was like, okay, I'm excited. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
But I hope that's the last flashback. Like,
I
don't
think
think
they kind of
it's
point
full-
towards that
on it.
too with the one robot saying like, hey, you're healed now.
Yeah.
Because all the flashbacks were while he was in the back to tank,
They
and they basically were like, hey, you don't have to be in this tank anymore.
But
Mhm.
they Fennec still made the comment about his internal damage. So
I think it was just a poke
yeah.
Yeah. About his
And-
dad
and-
leaving him when he was a kid.
about his dad being a deadbeat.
Yeah.
And based on the show's connection so far, I guarantee you we'll get another flashback sequence with where he gets the armor, or he finds out that Cobb Vanth has the armor, and
Well, don't
I
we
don't know.
see
I
him
don't know if
get
we
the
necessarily need
armor?
that because
That's-
that all happens
that-
in Mando.
Yeah, didn't we see
Mando.
Mando give him
Well,
the
well
armor?
we
but-
might see a flashback where we see him in that one post credit scene in Mandalorian when he's on the bike and drives away and it pans over and he's like watching the dunes, or we'll get a flashback where
Right.
he's like, I must go retrieve my armor and then leaves
Right.
or whatever. But I don't think there's too much else that we're gonna see flashback wise. We know how we know how he got out. We know how he met Fennec. We know how he got his ship back. We know how he took over the palace. Like we're
Mhm.
we're here now, and he's going to
We're
war with
caught
the
up.
Pikes, which is also
Yeah.
something I really liked about episodes 3 and 4, where we learned that the Pikes allied themselves with that swoop bike gang, and then
Mhm.
episode 4, people have been complaining about Boba not being as tough, and he's fucking ice cold in episode 4, dude.
Oh,
where
yeah.
he just rolls up on them in this slave one. It's like, see you later.
Yeah, you fucking murdered my Tusken Raider boy, dude. Like the whole fucking tribe, like you're going down. And yeah, when it just you see the slave one in a distant
That's
and then
what
you
a
hear the
shot.
fighters just do, and it was oh my god, it was incredible.
And it's
Just
so it's,
merciless.
it's so incredible, yeah, just how fucking ruthless the whole thing is. There's no dialogue where it's like, "Ha, I'm Boba Fett, you killed my family predator." Nah, he just rolls up on his ship and
Yeah.
blasts him. Like
yeah.
that was
And
awesome.
the sounds of the guns on that ship are just so
Yes.
iconic.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
Mhm.
of
Which-
iconic sound effects,
oh yeah, hit him.
I put this in the
That's
Discord
what-
just because.
yeah, when he
So
rolls
good.
up on the Sarlacc pit with an incredible shot too of it, like
That's what I
hovering
thought too.
over the top, so
And
rad.
then
Yes.
looking into the Sarlacc pit. Oh, so good.
Mhm.
And then they drop the bomb and you get the "Bweow."
I was
like,
expecting a
hot
jump
damn.
scare, and it still got me.
Yeah, literally same.
It's like, I know it's
I thought
coming.
it was
I know it's coming.
I thought it was a little weird because it's like we saw him get jumped by Jawas, and it's like, dog, do you not know you got jumped by Jawas? Like they're gonna strip
Right.
your armor
I
and
don't think
toss
he
it back
did.
in. Like,
He was a
like,
little
I
out
guess-
of it.
yeah, that's
Because he also
I
mentioned
think that's gotta be it.
And plus, he
because
was
in a conversation with Finnick, he also mentioned something that I thought was kind of up in the air, to where he says he spent a long time in the Sarlacc pit.
6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and so yeah,
And
by
then
the
he
time he
spent
actually got out of there,
days or
he was
weeks
probably
in the sun of the desert. So I
And
mean,
beating
He
the
got
shit
out.
out of by his Tuscans. Like,
I was trying to remember back to the first episode. When he gets out, he doesn't have the armor, right? Because it's like
Yeah,
that
he
Patton Oswalt thing where we see like the unhand gloved of Boba Fett, or
he has it when he gets out.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Yeah,
when
he
the Jawas
gets
come
out, he
by.
passes out, and then Jawas strip him, and then he's captured by the
Mhm.
Tuscans.
What a week.
I know, dude, the worst week of your life, man. Awful. That they
Mhm.
spend the first episode of Boba Fett just beating the shit out of him.
yeah.
Honestly, more pilots should start that way.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, it made sense to me that he was like, "No, I got to go back to the pit for the armor." Like, I don't think he was aware that Jawas ransacked him. That's probably something he learned later.
Right.
And then yeah, just getting that scene. It's like one of these weird fan confirmation things though too, to where in the original theatrical cut of Return of the Jedi, the Sarlacc didn't have that mouth, like that beak. That was something they added
Yes.
in the special edition later
Oh,
in the
yeah.
90s.
Mm.
And so as these shows tend to do, they're just like, it's both and it's retractable, and we learned this thing later.
Right.
And I was and so like yeah, it jump scares out of there, and I was like, that's a neat little reference. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I'll
all
take
about
it.
it.
I appreciate that, absolutely. Um, yeah, and then of course we got to mention now, like the main plot thread moving towards going to war with the Pikes. We get to see that scene, which is of them at dinner all together. We get that sweet little Rancor jump scare out from
That
underneath
was
too. I
awesome.
was like, what a fucking
That was
baller
That
move.
got me.
He's big on the psychological warfare, and I'm into it. He's like,
Oh,
"Hey,
yeah.
I'm gonna be peaceful. I want a team." They're like, "Nah, fuck you." And he's like, "Oh,
Like,
okay."
why should we kill you now? And then little Trejo Jr. pokes his fingers through the claws, through the things, and everyone's like, "Oh fuck, he's got another one."
He's just down there
Yeah.
like, "That's my cue."
Yeah, literally.
Mhm.
And then feeds him just like a rib. You know, he's
Yeah,
like,
so he's
"Ah,
like,
good
"Get
boy," you know?
get back.
Yeah.
That one alien at the very end, that was the one that I'm like, "You're gonna fuck this up for everyone, aren't you?"
Yeah,
Big nose dude.
absolutely. You're getting fed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
He kind of looks like, I don't know if
he's
anybody here
slimy.
watches the Orville, but he looks like one of the species from the Orville.
I don't know what species he is either. And I can't remember.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We saw Trandoshans there. There's the Biths, and then I don't know who the third pig looking Gamorrean looking ass.
Who
But,
from Whoville?
Who from
Mhm.
who from who?
Literally.
And so now episode 4, and I believe there's 2 more episodes. Because I
5,
believe
6,
it's
7.
3.
oh, there's 7. Excuse
3.
me. I thought they were. I
Yeah.
thought there. So we're 4 episodes in, and we've now seen all of the footage that have been in the trailers, which is cool. We're flying blind from here on out, which is
That's
really really
cool.
rad. Which
I'm all about it.
which given what we learned at the end of this episode, that hey, motherfucking Din Djarin flying in. Yeah, of course
Yes,
they're not going to
Mando.
put anything with our boy the Mandalorian in it.
Mhm.
So that's really cool and exciting. As always, I love to mention some cool facts and references. Cool fact number 1: when Chrysanthemum rips the arm off of that Trandoshan, it's the first time we ever actually see a Wookiee rip somebody's arm off in Star Wars film, which is fun.
Does it Chewie do it in Solo? Or no?
A droid, I think.
Yeah, I think to a droid.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you're right. He
Something.
does. Yeah, he does. He does to the one of the Pikes, I believe.
Mhm.
Funny enough, and because then Han's looking at him, and he was like, "That was the uniform that would have fit me." and he's like, "The other one's too big." No, you're okay. So second time either way. But that whole scene though too with Chrysanthemum just kind of like staring down these Trandoshans and those sorts of things is a neat little expanded universe thing because in both canon and Legends lore, like Trandoshans are one of the biggest offenders of enslaving Wookiees.
Yeah.
They're kind of one of the biggest. There's a whole plot line in Republic Commando about that actually.
Oh yeah.
And also fighting Trandoshans in that game is awful. And then fighting Wookiees is terrible too. But
Yeah.
there's that game's hard.
Oh, it is.
But that was a cool little expanded universe thing to where it's like they didn't need to explain it. It's just kind of a neat little thing for people who are in the know to be like, that's why he's pissed off, and then like everyone else that's watching, and it's like, yeah, angry Wookiee, you know.
Wasn't there the pelt at the beginning of the episode 1?
Mhm.
Yeah,
walking
that's
with
also
the
true.
pelt, So.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then what's her face? Another one of the big celebrity cameos who plays the Twi'lek tried to calm him down. She's somebody famous. I don't remember who she is.
Jennifer
I don't know
Beals?
who plays her.
I don't know.
Jennifer Beal. Yeah,
Yeah.
or
Yep.
at least it was something like
Beals.
that. Yeah. Beals?
Beals. Yeah.
Beelson?
Jennifer
Beeler?
Beals.
Bueller.
Whatever. Beeler?
She's been killing it in this show, like
Mhm.
being the manager, I guess, of
Mhm.
oh crap, what's that place?
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, the Sanctuary. Yeah.
Like,
Also
she,
related
she
to the
knows everything
Sanctuary.
going on in
Oh yeah,
Sanctuary,
no, she
and
hears
like
everything.
on
She's got
Tatooine.
ears. She's got
Mhm.
eyes everywhere, ears everywhere.
She's also really hot. Like we'll just say.
So
it.
I was
Oh
going
my
that
God.
way,
Right?
yeah. I was
Yeah.
going that-
Yeah.
There's something about that episode where I went, damn.
Like I said,
Look,
playing Mass Effect right now. I'm big on alien sex right now. I'm like, ooh.
oh, yeah, little bit of sexual tension between her and Black Chrysanthemum, and I was like, kind of want to Rule
Dude, there's
34
there's
this.
sexual
Like,
tension
not
with
gonna
her
lie.
and anyone.
Everyone.
that's true.
There is
You
sexual
you saw the way she talked to Boba in that first episode. I went, she.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Oh my God.
God, I wish that were me.
Yeah, no kidding.
So something else interesting about the Sanctuary is 4 episodes in so far. We've been in the Sanctuary a lot. We have seen Max Rebo in every episode of Book of Boba Fett so far. The streak is alive.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Woo!
Called
Our
by
boy Max
name this
Rebo.
episode.
No Django in this episode.
Yeah, that's why it's a good show.
Good riddance.
Spoiler, but he's dead.
What?
And in the flashbacks, bro. And it's not confirmed. We know he might be alive.
No, it's super confirmed.
Yeah,
Oh my god. We got a
Listen, if they
few.
bring Palpatine back, they could bring back
But
Django. Okay.
somehow Jango
exactly,
Fett's
Jordan.
return.
Exactly,
His
bro.
return.
No.
Exactly, dude.
Because you
I'm
know
telling you.
who wasn't a super smart Sith who spent his entire life trying to figure out how to not die.
Darth Django.
Darth Jango.
Um,
Imagine if he was a fucking Sith the whole time.
I'm telling you, Book of Boba Fett is gonna end where just like how the stinger at the end of Mandalorian season 2, where Boba comes in, shoots Bib, takes over. Django's walking into Jabba's palace, shooting Boba and taking over.
Why would he
Why
kill
would he
his own
kill his
son?
kid?
Yeah.
Colonel of Django Fett
He's a dead beat.
returns.
He's a dead beat.
Django.
The Journal of Jango Fett, bro.
Is Django his dad, or is he a clone of Django? Because I know
He's
all
a clone of Jango.
Okay,
He's a
because I know
clone,
all the
yeah.
clones are clones of him, but I wasn't sure about him.
Yeah, he's a
Boba.
clone of Jango, and there's a fantastic interaction between him and the actual Mandalorians from season 2 of Mando, where they're kind of ribbing him for his armor, and he's like, hey, like this
and being
father.
a clone. And
Yeah,
being a
yeah.
clone.
He was like, hey, this armor was my father's, and they're like, don't you mean your donors? And like
Yes,
shit like
okay,
that. I
I
was
do
like,
remember
damn.
I do
Fucking
remember
clap
that.
back.
Oh yeah.
We also got a lot of droid references in episode 4. The big one is that stupid dumb little bunny droid.
Well, I have first live
that-
action. That was
Yeah,
cool.
that Boba,
Yeah.
Boba chased around, which is all over the Clone Wars animated show, and so it was cool to see that kind of in a
Oh,
in a
yeah.
live action setting.
We got a Chef General Grievous.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
A more compelling General Grievous than General Grievous himself.
There was also no way that
Come
wasn't a
on.
reference, right? Like that was absolutely a
absolutely.
Grievous reference.
Oh yeah.
Read some
It's
comics.
definitely a
gosh.
reference, but at the same time, I can't imagine any droid that has multiple arms doesn't do that to fight. Like it seems like a very
Yeah.
obvious move, but it's also a reference at the same time.
Mhm.
I gotta
Well,
wonder.
don't-
I gotta wonder how efficient it was because, like, after a while, I was like, he's got 6 knives. That lettuce is chopped, man. Like, quick.
Yeah.
It's like the pilot
It's
episode
done,
of
bro.
SpongeBob where he's chopping all the vegetables at once.
Yeah.
What was super cool was that whatever that tool was that Fennec had that like
Little
That, like,
button
melted
thing.
shit.
bars and stuff, and it made like I think it was the same sound as when Anakin, didn't play fair and killed Count Dooku, super compelling character. So, but that was cool. The sound effect was like super dope, and seeing her use it against that droid and like the delayed like the almost like acidic like burn to like those metal beams and the droids was super cool.
It's also cool that she like did it to the neck and then just pushed his head off, and I was like, "That's
Yeah.
neat. That's a
Yeah.
cool use of
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
tool." The other chef droid that we see there as well is one QV9D9, who we actually see running the droid torture chamber in Return of the Jedi.
Is it confirmed though? Because in the credits it just says sous chef. So
It's the same model and the same voice, and so that's the thing is whether it's the same droid or not, maybe. And the reason I bring this up is because that droid in Return of the Jedi was voiced by Mark Hamill.
mhm.
And so the question is like, is he still voiced by Mark Hamill in this show? I'm not sure, but I thought it was interesting all the same, and I love the voices of those droids and the way the mouth moved, like bing 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 bing.
The
Mhm.
fact that it's referred to as a sous chef, like that they still have the same title,
Is the
like there's
sous
the
chef?
executive
Yeah,
chef, the sous chef,
absolutely.
like that's fucking hilarious to me.
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, would you not want a droid sous chef though?
I mean, you're right.
Oh my god, I
They,
would.
they
Yeah,
might
absolutely.
poison me though, man.
I'm tired of my microwave.
I don't know my microwave, bro. I wish my microwave would walk around and talk to me. Similar to what I think is the best droid news / confirmation that came out of this episode today, which is in fact that yes, gonk droids can in fact get bigger. There's a 4-legged gonk droid seen in the hangar by Boba Fett's ship, and I was like, "Wide gonk droid!" I was like, "Oh my god!"
Damn, I completely missed that.
Maybe it was the prototype unit, like they hadn't made it efficiently yet.
It's
And-
a real blink and you miss it kind of thing, but I was like, "Big gonk!" I was
Is
like,
that the one that she shot to blow up?
yeah, it's the one that,
Yeah.
that she
Okay,
blows
okay.
up.
God.
It was
Oh, that
also,
makes
I
sense
guess,
then.
it's like a
Oh.
red barrel in a video game and just full of like
Yeah.
nitrous acid or something.
Because I saw
I
that
mean,
and I'm
if
like,
it's
no,
that
no,
thick.
he's supposed to give you ammo. I've played Battlefront. That's the one that gives you ammo. He's not supposed to blow up.
Yeah.
You can blow them up.
Yeah, but do they make that big of
They
an
have
explosion?
they have health bars. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played the original Battlefront games.
It depends on the game. It depends on the game, I guess. What was super cool was that probe droid thing.
Yeah.
The thing that pops out of
The recon.
Fennec's
The
Yeah.
weapon
blaster.
Yes, because that looked like very similar to the one from Phantom Menace, like the one Darth Maul sends out. So when it
Wait,
like
small?
goes around, but like way smaller. So like technology is clearly advancing, and she can fit it in the barrel of like in the butt of her gun and just pop it out, and then it just gets like a whole scan of it. I thought that was like absolutely.
It's a
Mhm.
drone.
The utility of it I thought was really cool because I was like, how the hell is she controlling that thing? And then it just comes back and then just shows that it mapped like the whole thing. I was like, that's fucking sick.
Literally.
I was like,
Yeah,
it's really
yeah.
cool.
I thought it was just gonna be like a still map, but then it also, I guess, like can tag the people in there, and you could see them moving
It's like
in-
Eagle
in-
Vision in Assassin's
like-
Creed.
in real time. It's interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool droid, man. Big fan of that. A lot of great droids in this last episode, dude. Just droids all over the place. Of
Yeah.
course, in addition to Max Rebo, we did see the Sabacc dealer droid for the 4th time as well, who I don't believe has a name yet. I can Google it right now, actually. Maybe I'll do that. Book of Boba Fett Sabacc droid. Nope. Looks like Rex from Star Tourist / Galaxy's Edge, though, so that's
Oh,
still
yeah.
cool. Still
We'll
cool.
call it Rex.
Well, Rex is a different person. He DJs at Olga's Cantina on Batu. It's not a joke. He really does.
Good for him. That's his side gig, or is that like his main job?
That's his main job now. He's no longer
That's
a
when you're
pilot for the
retired.
Star Tours. Yeah,
You're tired.
He slowed
Yeah,
down in his old age.
3PO and R2 are the pilot now.
Mhm.
Oh.
It's fun. It's fun too because when you're actually on the ride, it's an actual like animatronic of C3PO, and then
I love
from the like the astromech port, like on screen occasionally you'll see like a video screen of R2 like pop up and start talking. But yeah, it's actually like C3PO like wheeling around and talking to you and looking.
Come on,
and
Disney. You
reacting
couldn't
to
get us a
things.
practical R2?
They have one at Disneyland.
Fuck yeah.
Drives around. You can talk to him. He makes noise. It's very cool.
Okay.
Does
Yeah.
he do the
They
scream?
They don't do it at Disney World, and it drives me nuts, man. It's only in California. Because Disneyland, they're like, hey, let's just have way more characters throughout the park than Disney World ever. So fuck you,
Mhm.
To
Disneyland.
make up for the fact it's like a quarter of the size.
Yeah, to be like, sorry, it's only one park. Overall though, that's actually all the notes I had on these two episodes. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to bring up before we get going?
Something, yeah, because I've been listening to the kind of funny, recaps of this too, and they've been hinting at Crimson Dawn, because I guess in was it episode 2 or 3 they had the Crimson Dawn theme
Yeah,
play, so potentially might be able to
which would
see
be cool.
something
And
with
there's
that
been a lot of
storyline.
rumors of the return of Kira. She's been all over the comics lately, and there are rumors that she's been seen filming some things. So maybe.
Who is Crimson Dawn, or what is Crimson Dawn?
Crimson Dawn is is a crime family, the antagonist of the Solo movie.
Gotcha. Okay. I have to rewatch Solo.
Not not spoilers, but there's a comic with Crimson Dawn, and they kind of take a step back. So I don't know if they'll show up in this show. Along with
I
the
still
fact
think
that
it's
there's
unlikely.
there's only 3 episodes left, and they've been hammering on the Pikes the whole
True,
series,
right.
whole
I,
show.
I think it'll focus mainly on the Pikes, but I wouldn't mind like a reference or something. Like I don't
Oh,
need them
yeah,
to show
dude.
up and be like the main bad guys, but if they were like, yeah, this person from the Crimson Dawn or whatever,
Mhm.
that
I
would
mean,
be cool.
Paul Bettany was on set for WandaVision. Maybe just one day they're like, "Hey, you come
Paul
here, you
Bettany's
film
super
that."
dead.
Yeah,
His character's super
Yeah.
dead.
Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Can you tell I saw this movie at a drive-in?
it's all good. At least you put two together like, oh yeah, that was Paul Bettany. Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Mhm.
I mean, also, if Django can come back, why can't Paul Bettany? He died more.
Hey,
than
dude,
Dude,
can't
let's
come back.
go, man. We got someone else on board. The Django
No.
train.
Brett, I'm making fun of you.
All I heard was Django's back from your lips, man. That's all I heard.
He blacked out after that.
Django and John Walker walk into a bar.
Dude, that's a poppin' bar.
Somewhere
right there.
and then somewhere in the world, Brett comes his pants. I mean, just
Yeah, literally.
oh my goodness.
On that note,
Yeah. On that note, this is the Waypoint. Of course, as we said at the top of the show, if you want a limited time edition, this is the Waypoint Book of Boba Fett style T-shirt. Please be sure to drop the link in the description below. And what did you think of both episodes 3 and 4? Do you like the Power Ranger bikes? How do you feel now that the Tuskens are dead? How cool is Boba Fett and so much better than Jango Fett? Please let us know in the comments, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll see you guys at the next Waypoint.
Django survives?